What is debt? Debt is money that one person, organization, or government owes to another. It usually arises when someone borrows funds or receives goods or services with a promise to pay later, often with interest. That is debt. And that's what I'll be talking to you about today. 2 credit cards debts, or auto loan debt, and now IRS debt. Stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. It's time to update you guys on my debt-free journey. So I'll be working out of the debt-free journey workbook that I purchased from Jasmine Waller over at Budget Treasure. So let's go ahead and get started because we have a lot to talk about. So the purpose of me doing these debt updates is to keep myself accountable and just to motivate you guys if you have debt as well. I used to get, when I first started my journey, I used to get stressed out when I had to create debt. But I realized some debt is just going to be part of life until I get in a better place financially. And I realized that as long as I have a plan to pay off the debt, and, and if the debt is something that, I couldn't avoid, then I'm okay. So that's where we are today. All of these debts that I'll be talking about today, these are things that we felt like we needed to accumulate at the time, not meaning we didn't have the money, but we chose to put the money other places and just go ahead and accumulate the debt with a plan to pay it off early. So let's go ahead and get started. So as mentioned earlier, this is the debt-free journey workbook from Jasmine Waller. And it starts off asking you different questions. Why do you want to pay the debt off? And my reasons are to increase net worth and to retire early. What method will you be using? I always use the debt snowball. It works for me. And what income will you use to pay off the debt? I use rollover from my buffer and I use my side income. And then what day will you be making your debt payments? I just put the beginning of the month. And how long will it take? 6 months? No, it's going to take longer than that. I just put our answer down. All right, guys, this is the monthly credit score tracker. I just filled this out. I am proud of the scores. However, everything that I've accumulated, I purchased it with less than a 700. So to me, the credit score really is irrelevant, because back when I was in all that debt, I had credit scores like 618, 620, and I got everything I needed. Got a house, cars, everything, and loans. And they always told me that the reason, even though my score was low, the reason why I was always able to get everything that I needed is because I had a great work history. They saw my work history and they knew that they felt like I would be a good one to pay them back, and they were correct. So in my opinion, just from my experience, this is not everybody's experience, these scores really don't mean anything. I really hadn't done anything as far as purchasing anything other than our rental home since I've been in the 800s. But prior to that, these scores really didn't matter. I still got everything I need. I didn't have to pay no down payments, no nothing. Maybe that was favor from God, but that was my experience. So right now, I'm sitting at an 802. So yeah. Next, we're going to talk about, I hadn't updated this part, my monthly debt balance. So we are working with a credit card, a Wells Fargo credit card. I put $8,000 on this credit card for some dental work a while back. If you've been following my channel a while, you heard me talk about that dental work. And now I have it. I am proud. We got some milestones we reached in this video. It is under $1,000. Finally. Yay! I just made a payment of $365 back in end of June when I did a savings challenge. There was an extra payment on top of the minimum payment. So I'm proud of that. And our auto loan is under $5K. Yay! So we owe $4,694. So that's one credit card, auto loan, and had to add the IRS. I didn't pay enough taxes, and my tax preparer tell me every year things to do, and I never do them. But guess what? This year, I finally got fed up. That's just like with your finances. I finally got fed up and started budgeting, and I finally got fed up and did some of the things she told me to do. So number one, I created an LLC with my channel, Life with Mrs Vee, so that way I can get some tax write-offs. And I increased my retirement deductions and I increased my deductions period. And the other thing I did, I'm gonna do some things with my rental property so I can get more deductions. And hopefully 2025, I will at least break even where I will not owe $9,643. So I pay $200 a month on that. When I started the payments, it was $400 because you know you have to pay the extra almost $200 just to set up the payment plan. That's why I don't like to do payment plans, but I did it this time. So yeah, and the last debt we have is a Quicksilver card that my husband and I used when we went out of town. We just put things on his card just, you know, just to get the little points. So we owe $127. That'll be paid off next time I do a update. So we have 2 credit cards, an auto loan, and now we have IRS, and that's a total of, I wrote it down somewhere. Let me add up all the debt and I'll be back. So our total consumer debt is $15,457.51. And this is kind of triggering because when I started my debt journey back in 2018, when we first started budgeting, we were paying off $15,000 in credit cards. Yeah. So yeah. But I'm triggered, but I'm not stressed. And why I'm not stressed this time? Because guess what? We have a plan. The plan, number 1, is to not accumulate any more unnecessary debt if we don't have to. Number 2, have a plan. We continue to do our saving challenges and put extra towards our debt. And you know, I always start with the lowest balance. So that balance, we'll go ahead and pay that $127.90 off in July. And then we'll continue to make extra payments to the second debt, which will be my credit card. Go ahead and get this paid down. And then the next one will be the auto loan. And then the IRS will be the last one. So yeah, so that's the plan. So that is it. That is my update. Let me know in the comment section. Do you use the debt snowball method, or do you avalanche method, or what method do you use to pay off debt? Thank you and have a nice day.